Alright, now we can set up our components. So I'm going to go inside of the component. You can click on Edit State 1. And what we're going to do is create 3 different states where we move these pictures left and right to be on the states. So if I'm going to move all of the pictures, one easy way to do it is to go ahead and make them a group to start off with. So I'm going to group them at first before I make my states. Now I'll duplicate my states, and I'll have 3 different states. And on the second state, I'm going to take all the images and move them over to the left. And if I take a look at the numbers, I know it's going to be negative 240. Now in the last one, I know that it's going to be negative 480. So negative 480. Now what we can do is just take a look at the text here, and I want to update it as well. This will be image 3, and of course it would be nice for you to give it an actual title. And I'm not worrying about that in mine, so if you're doing mine, then go ahead and just call it what I'm calling it, image 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't really matter. So it now says image 1, 2, and 3. Pretty easy. Now let's go back to the other one and do the same thing for the mandalas. We'll go into Edit. We will choose all 3 photos and group them. Make our new state, so we'll duplicate the state 3 times. And in state number 2, we're going to change our x to negative 240. In state number 3, our x will be negative 480. Then what we can do is call this mandala 3. And I know they all have names, but I'm not going to go and take a look at it during the tutorial, because that would be kind of wasting our time. And state 1, this would be mandala 1. So we'll just go back through and just take a look, and it seems as though everything is there. So I do want you to be aware that it is showing me title of work custom component 2, even though I have changed this component to a different name. I've tried to change the component so it has its own name in the library, and that's something that unfortunately, even though it's called mandal list here, it doesn't want to do that. So it's just something to be aware of. It would be really nice to be able to rename this, but it doesn't want to. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and save my work here, and the reason why is we're about to do some of the other interactions that we want to do. And these interactions are going to be for all the buttons that we want to go places. So in the first one, on the first state, what we're going to do is add an interaction that says we're going to go to bio. So we need to choose what state to go to, and that's going to go to bio when in any state. Beautiful. Now paintings will be add interaction, go to paintings when in any state. Mandalas will be add interaction, go to mandalas when in any state. Now we can go to bio, and we'll see that we've got our different state here. Now, right now we've already made that the interaction that we need, so they're no big deal at all. Let's take a look at the back button. The back button needs to go back to the home page when we're in any state. So the nice thing is anytime you click on the back button, you'll see that that particular state is right here as well. Transition to state home. Same thing with mandalas, it's already set. Now all we really have to do is worry about the buttons that are inside the individual components. So let's go inside the paintings component, and on the very first one we're going to hide it in state number 1. I forgot to do that. And let's add the interaction that says let's go to state 1. So you'll see it shows me that I'm actually inside this title. So we're going to go to state 2 when we are in state 1. And we can also go to state 3 when we're in state 2. We'll go to the next one over, and let's add the interaction for this that says we'll go to state 1 when we're in state 2, or we can go to state 2 when we are in state 3. Now we go to state 3 and we turn off that button so that it will then hide. So now all we have to do is go through and do the exact same thing for our mandalas. Be hidden at first. State 2 when in state 1. State 3 when in state 2. Then we can hide it in the last one. Whoops. Need to hide the right button. And then this one will be go to state 1 when in state 2. I know a lot of this is very repetitive, but it's very important that this is done, so that's why I'm walking through it. So I believe that we are pretty much done with this file. The last thing that we want to do, of course, is save this. So I'm saving mine in parts so I can go back and take a look and then test it. So try Control-Enter and see if it works. So it's brought up. I can see biography. That jumps to biography, and the scroll list does indeed scroll. Now I can go back, go to paintings, and I can go to my individual paintings in here, which is great. Go back, mandalas, and go between my different mandalas and go back. And we now have a fully functioning file. Now don't worry about the fact that we have gray everywhere. Of course, this Swift file is actually only the size that we want, except it's making the background the same everywhere. So if you really wanted, you could have a background element which was exactly what you wanted. But I just changed the background color for everything for that. So let's go on for the next tutorial where we will do all the fun transitions between the different sections.